What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is time for the Wrestling Wire. So, welcome to the show. Let's go ahead and say welcome. I'm glad you guys are still here. It's the new year. We're only a few days into the new year, exactly 8 to be on point with that statement. And already the whole wrestling world is turned upside down because Vince McMahon has appointed himself back on the board at WWE. So it wasn't just Vince, it was Vince and two people that used to be on the board or, former board members, whatever the case may be. And they're all back on there now. So I'm seeing a lot of people confused by this. First and foremost, nobody rehired him. Vince is majority shareholder. So therefore, as majority shareholder of the company, when it comes to the stocks, he owns the controlling interest of the company. So with him owning controlling interest, he can pretty much still do whatever the hell he wants when it comes to the board. Now, as far as them leaving creative alone, that's great because I think they're in a great place creatively. Personally, I think pretty much everything they're doing is on point. I'm not going to say everything makes sense, but most of it makes money, so it makes sense in another frame of the word. Now, let's really analyze this because they're talking already heavily about a sale. If the rumors are that JP Morgan has been involved, if those are true, then yes, I can definitely see something coming up from that, something going on with that, and even the sale being brought up. However, I would love for everybody to fact check me on this one. The stock went from around $44, $45 a share to about 87. The instant it was like Thanos snapped, and instead of it going in half, it doubled. It was the other direction from a Thanos snap in this case. So the Vince snap is what we'll call that from here on out. The stock price almost doubled instantly upon the news of that occurring. What was that, Thursday, I think it was? So if that's the case, now all of a sudden a sale is even harder to achieve because now your price tag just went way, way, way up. So because it went way, way, way up, now your companies that can afford that shit have went way, way, way down. Aha, here we are. I see, said the blind guy, right? Okay, Ray Charles could see this shit. You got to know. You got to know. A NASCAR owner will buy the WWE. Ew. Because NASCAR hasn't turned a profit in forever. Why would anybody want to do that? That would be dumb. Maybe that's the only way the NASCAR could make money because they can't make money any other way. They don't know how to draw a crowd. They don't know the restrictor plates and all these other things that's to keep people safe. Yeah, that's all well and good. Your races are boring as shit. Nobody, I can't tell you anybody who watches this shit anymore. I haven't watched a race since I was, in probably 20 years. The last time I gave a damn was about 10 or 12 years ago. And I was like, hey, look, there's a dude driving the Best Buy Ford. I picked that guy as my driver for the year. He won the Daytona 500 that year. I think it was Kenseth. I don't even know. Might have been Waltrip. I got no clue. Do you know why? Because I don't know. I got no idea. Yeah, of course NASCAR is a write-off for billionaires because it's a losing venture at all sides of the game. But that the WWE is not. The WWE is profitable. Indie wrestling is a loss for a lot of people, but, it's a write-off if you're smart enough to use it as one. Or if you have the desire to go through that extra headache on your taxes. Not just for those who are too lazy to do it, but the people who don't want to do it because they don't care to do it, or if they're not smart enough to do it. That's why there's things called accountants out there. Accountants. Got to buy you an accountant. Got to find you an accountant. Got to pay an accountant. That's the other thing. They don't want to pay to get their money back. They don't realize that the cost up front is here, but the comeback is up here. Comeback's always greater than a setback, but nobody wants to talk about that. Nobody wants to talk about that. Either way, Bobby says RKO. Dude, I'm hoping Randy Orton shows up soon. Michelle chimed in, hey, Ron, hope all's good. Everything's great here. Everything is going fantastic here in the South. Other than we got some of y'all's cold ass weather from up there in the North, and you know it's drunk. Get it off my lawn. You know the weather was drunk. Come down here. Get it off my lawn. I don't need it. We don't want it here. Elon Musk could buy it too, but he's not going to. He has no. He has zero interest in that world. None. If it was going to be a private entity like Elon Musk, I would more look at people like Ryan Reynolds and The Rock than I would Elon Musk. Let's see. Wait a minute. Good afternoon, bro. Love the show. Hey, man, thank you. I appreciate that. Appreciate you, tuning in. Uh, this is kind of what we do every Sunday, or most Sundays. Schedule provided. It's most Sundays. It's kind of why I do it here at this weird square block of like dinner time Sunday. Well, it's dinner time for the older crowd, and there's some of the southern crowd too. But I do it right here, so that way, if there's a pay per view, I'm not impeding that. I'm actually like your build up to get there. So I might even make you a little bit more turned on to watch it. I don't know. It's something along those lines. What is this? In all seriousness, I could see the Saudis buying it. I could too, but I hope not. Um, at this point, I'm of the mindset I want to see Disney buy it. I really do. Because tell me that John Favreau writing some storylines doesn't tickle the pickle. Because I'm sorry, you're wrong. I love the idea of Favreau writing wrestling stories. We see what he's done with Marvel. We seen what he's done with Star Wars. Give me a freaking break, bro, because that would be money. I would be all about John Favreau and Disney with it. Comcast buying it is, I don't like the idea. I do not like that idea at all. I'm I'm against Satan's anus owning anything more than they already do. Um, I don't like that company, so I don't want to see them involved in anything. That's just me. Um, and they own the Pittsburgh Penguins. So because Comcast owns the Penguins, if they own the WWE, I would just feel all sorts of bad about that. I don't like that at all. I think it's a terrible thing. Um, yeah, because then it'd be like, oh, they could be supporting each other. Nah, miss me with that. The Penguins can go to hell. Um, I don't like Pittsburgh at all. Schittsburg Penguins. No, thank you. Get that out of here. Um, I know you don't. I understand your last name is Disney, and ha ha, funny, funny. It's a play on words. However, it's one of those things where I think that Disney has the best streaming service. They have partnerships with ESPN and everything else. So there's just a lot of different things that could be going on with that. What? Uh, I'm sorry, you and I will disagree on that. Well, look, the shirt right here should give you a clue, guy. Nationals. Nationals are from Washington. So therefore, if I'm a pull for the Nationals on the rare occasion that I watch baseball, imagine who I'm going to pull for in hockey because the damn sure ain't the Pens. That's it. We division rivals, so we just gonna talk, or we're just rivals. That's all there is to it. But you're not alone in that group. I had some friends from up in PA that were Pens fans, and I didn't care. I don't care. It's all glorified bullshit. Most people know, or most people have the feeling that everything out there is rigged and predetermined winners, and all your championships are won and they're bought, and it's all revenue, and it all has to go on the Vegas rule, on the Vegas betting, which brings me up to a whole nother thing. Does anybody else find it funny that we're gambling on wrestling the same way we do on boxing, UFC, football, hockey, soccer, NASCAR, and everything? I find it interesting that a sport with predetermined winners has got the same things as the non-predetermined winners sports. You picking up what I'm putting down? Did what I say make any sense to you? Do I have to make it a little more clear? Or you got it? I think you got it. I think everybody has it. UFC, a potential buyer? No, I don't think so. Because, see, UFC was actually just bought by a parent company. Essentially, a larger company bought them. Reality is, I don't think I don't think it would work with them being in charge anyway. Not of that. I don't like that idea. Let's see here. I know. The Caps are turning it around this year, so that's cool. But I still say it's going to be Disney. Look at the platform. You got Disney, Hulu, and ESPN combined when you pay for their package, right? WWE's on Hulu. They could get something going on with ESPN if they needed to, but they're already on Fox Sports. So if they're already on Fox, Fox is owned by Disney now. So it's like, how much more money can we touch with one thing? Like one thing turns everything into multiple things. It's an artery to a vein to a nerve. It's just an explosion of tree roots. That is where the money is, in my opinion, is Disney. I think Disney's got the best overall thing. I know you guys can hear the screams in the background. There's a reason for that, but it's okay. I promise. Everybody's okay. Nobody's hurt. That's all you need to know is everybody's okay. Nobody's hurt. Kids are excited out there. But anyway, look at it this way. With what they already do marketing wise, right? USA Network and Fox, your local Fox affiliate, right? You've got those two. Then they did have the thing on Fox Sports 1. Then they do have the thing where Fox Sports 1 holds SmackDown when they got to because of whatever is going on your local television station. There's already that. Why would you want to reinvest in shit that you've already got locked in when you could get new stuff by going to Disney? I think that's the smarter play for WWE, and I think it's a better play for Disney because it's a more diverse product and content than they already have on their network. That's my opinion. Oh, what's up, young Luke Fury? How you doing, buddy? Um, so and to all the people who are pissy that Vince is back, he's not changing anything. No, I did not go to Turbo last night. I should have gone. That was Friday night. I should have gone while I had the chance, but I did not. Um, I thought about it, but by the time I got settled, I didn't feel like going nowhere. I had a lot of business to take care of after work anyway. So, and last night was Boiling Springs. I didn't go there either. I was way too tired from an earlier in the day activity. So let's see here. WWE product this week. Look at Monday night. Man, Monday night was pretty well endowed for how it was laid out. I mean, lots of action, lots of chaos. You got all these different things going on. Same with Friday. It seems like NXT is kind of odd man out right now when you look at the overall product of the various shows. Okay. So you've got Raw running 3, NXT running 2, and SmackDown running 2. But those 2 hours on Tuesday night don't hit the same. And it's not because of the in-ring product. It's not even because of the talent. It's because the vibe there isn't as energetic or action-packed as the other 2 nights. They're trying to inject chaos and they're trying to inject people wanting to care, but they're not succeeding at it in the same way. I get you don't want to have the same shit happen 3 nights in a week, but you gotta do something on a Tuesday to bring it up, bring that rush in to make people care. Because right now people just don't care. You're talking about sub 750,000 views every week, so it's still 750,000 on your training center product. It's not bad for what it is. I mean, in my book, it does better than you would trying to watch training camp for the local baseball team or football team or hockey team or whatever else. I still think it does better than that, but yeah, that's my opinion. I don't know. I've never seen training camps for any of that stuff. I know they do it occasionally as a special or something, but I never watched that shit. Reno Roy said, Mr. Consigliere, Mr. VP, how you doing, sir? But let's see here. Oh, Luke Fury chimed in. Tell him, right? If you're mad he's back, that shows how much you know about pro wrestling. Right. We wouldn't have what we have today without Vince. And anybody who says anything else other than that, I'm sorry, but in my opinion, you are mistaken. You are misguided and you are allowing your bias to blind you. That is it. That's my opinion. That's how I feel about it. Because if you look at the transition from the WWF back under the NWA banner, 70s, 80s, to the WWF in the 80s, to the WWE, what was that, 90, 2000, somewhere in there. The World Wildlife Federation got pissed off about the World Wrestling Federation and sued them for the fucking name or whatever. Who cares? Vince, being the genius that he is, turned it into a marketing strategy called Get the F Out, and it was selling like hotcakes. He made money off of having to change his name. Oh, but it's not about money. Well, hey, Dick, without money, businesses can't run. Without money, you can't fucking eat. You can't have a place to live. Without money, you can't do anything. You got to have money. Everything takes money. So if it took money to lose his name, he made all that money back on a goofy ass T-shirt and campaign slogan that said "Get the F out," and switched it to World Wrestling Entertainment. Brilliant. Eat God brain. It's brilliant. There is no oh no. That won't work because of Shirley or whatever the hell the fucking mouse said. I'm trying to get you guys to understand. Business is business. And that's all this is a business. The new current thing that's going around, which I find just idiotically hilarious. Oh, did you see that the Jacksonville Jaguars won the was AFC South? I guess I have no idea. Conference, cool, whatever. Whoever pays attention to football, whoop de doo, great for you, good for you. Congratulations. Here's a cookie. Um, oh, if they win the thing, then Triple H is gonna have to send them a belt. Who gives a shit? It's a write off. They're making him a custom plate, a custom belt, and all this other shit, and they'll send it to him. It's going to cost them pennies to have it made from some sweatshop or wherever they get it made in the Middle East or whatever, and then send it to the cons, and they're going to charge them for shipping and handling and taxes and everything else. They're going to write all that money off. I don't care. I'll give you a present too so I can write it off on my taxes. Big deal. It's a business. It's money. Yeah, that couple hundred or a couple $1,000 ain't gonna make no real big deal on their taxes. You're right, it's not. But every dime counts when you're trying to make money. If you can't see that, I can't help you understand anything else. Guys can be out there all day long talking about this show is a shit show. This show's unorganized. This show doesn't pay its talent. This show doesn't provide food and water for the boys. This show doesn't provide adequate locker rooms, whatever. Keep talking because it's all it is talk. There's nothing being done about none of it. Here's what you need to understand. In the business, it's about making money, not being the best person. That's where people have to divide being a fan and being in the industry. Because there is so much going on out there that for people to get wild up and wound up and give a damn about anything going on in at the local bingo hall, it's all about the business of it. it ain't got a damn thing to do with how they feel about the people, how they feel about the fans, what they do for the fans, what they do for the boys in the back. It doesn't have a damn thing to do with that. It has to do about how much revenue they are going to make. They don't care. You do meet promoters who, and I've been there. You meet promoters who cater for their guys, private catering, not the same shit that's being able to be bought at the concession stands. You do see that. You do see some places who are like, "Yep, go to the concession stand, get what you want." They don't care. You do see some places that have better dressing room setups, whatever. You got some places who they got a beer cooler just for you, just for the boys in the back, so you ain't got to go near the concession stand. You get your food taken care of. They also have runners that will go get you your stuff from the concession stands and bring it to the back just for you. They've got all these different things set up, but that's not good enough. Like, you got to make it make sense to me. What do I think about? All right, here we go. What do you think about the following? Number one, the Ric Flair documentary. I'll start there. I have not watched it yet. I've been waiting. I'm probably actually going to sit down and watch that this evening once I send my kids to bed. Mandy Rose's future. Mandy Rose is making money hand over fist on her fan page or whatever it is. Good for her. She doesn't need to wrestle. She does not need to wrestle. She can go do movies. She can do modeling. She can do the OnlyFans thing. What the hell would she need to do wrestling for? She did that that's been her exposure the entire time. Now that she's out of it, she's made even more money because she can do whatever she wants because she doesn't have a contract tying her hands and saying, "Oh, you can't show a nipple or a butt cheek or a whatever you want to say here." Insert key phrase here. None of that is. She doesn't have a contract now. She can do whatever she wants. Who cares? I don't care. I'm not paying for it. I will be damned if I'm gonna pay for it to see it. That's dumb. That's just ridiculous. That's like people paying for, doing the deed. That's a whole nother ballgame. What is wrong with you? Help me. Charlotte Flair, husband's future in AEW. Okay. I don't think he's going to have much of a run left there. Reality is, I don't think that they knew what to do with them. For everybody who said, "Oh, look at what they did with this guy." Oh yeah, Rusev. Where's he been? Or what's his name? Miro. Where's Miro been? I've seen Miro. Oh, and then they said the same thing about him, Andrade, El Idolo. Where don't see him very often. And then there's all these other great people that they've signed that were from the other company, and it's just like, where are they and what are they doing? I thought this was going to be different. I thought it was going to be better. I thought we were going to see more of these guys we were supposed to see, as the lard ass in his mother's basement, who's turning 60 next week, is down there pounding his fist and getting pissed. Guess what, Jack? We still ain't seeing him on TV. So, what you talking about? Why are you talking anymore? You don't need to be talking. Like, it's not happening. So that's my opinion on Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair's husband, Andrade El Idolo. Marquis McQueen, what is up, Mayhem? How you doing, buddy? Majestic, hey Marie, how are you? Shane Odom, when the sale of WWE goes through, what changes do you expect to happen? More or less, even if the sale goes through today, like Shane, I'll put this up there. If the sale goes through today, all the pre-existing contracts that are already there have to be carried over. So that means from WWE or USA Network, Hulu, Fox, Fox Sports, backup, Hulu, all that happy horse shit, everything there, everything, all of it needs to be brought with it, and all of that stays intact. None of that can change. Now, let's shoot the half here. Let's say Disney buys it. Okay, Disney sells their rights to everybody already. HBO and Stars and all these other channels Play Disney movies. You want to know why? Because you can see damn near any Marvel movie on most of the movie channels any day of the week. Avengers and this one, that one. Then you had FX, right? FX is Fox. Fox is owned by, oh yeah, Disney. Aha, right? So FX did a marathon with all that. USA plays them. This one and this one plays them. The only thing that I think would be remotely okay, I can't even go with that. I still don't like the Comcast idea no matter what, because Comcast owns NBC Universal, which means they have Universal Studios, which is in Orlando and Cali. Now, guess what else is down there in Florida and in Cali? Disney. Oh, wait, isn't that where NXT is? Oh my God. You mean to tell me that they could just take Full Sail and right into the Disney studio? In a heartbeat, in a Thanos snap, that could happen. In a snap, that could happen. All right, let's see here. We're going to keep on rolling with this. I don't, to be honest, man, I don't expect any changes to happen overnight. 3 years' time, yeah, we'll see something. Blair's documentary is awesome. Like I say, Cheryl, I'll have to check into that. I haven't had a chance to. When is Charlotte coming back? Charlotte came back like 2 weeks ago and won the women's title. She's on Friday Night SmackDown. She beat Ronda Rousey 2 weeks ago. Last week, Friday night, she defended against Sonya Deville. Actually, wasn't a bad match for Sonya. One more thing about Angle and Jarrett controversy over the rap video on AEW. Who cares? Dude, all right. People are getting butthurt about Karen Angle, who's now Karen Jarrett, you know, Kurt's ex-wife, Jeff Jarrett's current wife, right? So there's these people out there getting butthurt over, you know, I've got 24 years of dirt on Kurt. Well, okay. But you didn't say shit until now. Was it that repressed that you just now decided to open your fucking mouth about something from back then? Like give me a break. Is that real? Is did all this shit happen, or is it just because somebody pissed you off and you weren't in the news or whatever, and now you want some clout? Is that what it is? Because it seems like I didn't hear anything until he was back on that WWE screen one more time spraying milk with Gable Stevenson. Then all of a sudden, all this extra stuff happened. Really? Like, tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. Somebody out there tell me I'm wrong. Because I don't think I am. I didn't hear a damn thing about any of this crap. And then all of a sudden, Kurt Angle goes whoosh, on TV and she's going off the rails. Enlighten me. Did it happen before? Am I completely wrong? Because, like I said, I don't think I'm wrong. So apparently, there's some people out there who are just all about this. Now, apparently, Max Caster and them made fun of the situation, and it pissed off Jeff Jarrett. I hate to break it to you, but Jeff Jarrett, back in the day, even if it was a shtick or a joke or a gag or a rib or whatever, he said some pretty racially insensitive things when it came to on-air product while he was on air. So I really don't give a damn why he's pissed up over this video. I don't care. It's supposed to be entertaining, guys. This could very well be a work, and everybody's got and everybody's getting their 2 cents in on it, and it's the more we talk about it, the more we're selling it for them. It could very well be nothing. I have no idea. I just want to know where Eddie Kingston is. Me too, because I've got a bet to win. I got 11 months and like 22 days to win a bet. So pay me. I want him to cash in and win or do something and win the belt. Maybe they're keeping him off of TV so he can come back on a hell of a tear. Maybe that's what it is, Marie. I think that might be what it is. They're keeping him off TV a little bit so people forget about him. They forget about him. And all of a sudden, off to the races we go, and it's rocket boots on Eddie Kingston and boom, new champ. And I don't care if it's only for like 3 weeks. Just put the belt on him. I got people out there who owe me some money. Adam Cole is king. Ray Cole, how you doing? How are you doing, man? He comes back with CM Punk. I don't think so. Them two dudes hate each other, legitimately. Them two dudes do not like each other, period. I kind of see. It's kind of funny. It looks like you said CM Pubic, but I know you said you were trying to type out CM Punk, but it's okay. Um, them two guys do not get along together whatsoever. At least as far as we know, because Eddie Kingston has said on podcasts before he legitimately does not like certain people, and CM Punk is on that list of people he generally just does not like. People he don't want to be around. People he don't want to associate with. Yeah, hey man, look. Oh God, you people in the South and coining Eric Bischoff here. Controversy creates cash. Yes, I'm well aware. Uh, I'm a huge Bischoff fan, so I like what the guy does. I think the guy could make some serious money. Anybody picked him up to do anything, I think he'd be fine. Whether he went to WWE, AEW, NWA, or Impact, he could go to any of those companies and make money because I still think he's got it. He's still got the ability to tell a good story and sell good television. That's what Impact and NWA both of those companies need Bischoff. Neither one of them need Vince Russo. Nobody needs Vince Russo. Vince Russo doesn't need oxygen, or that would probably be the best thing. But that's beyond it. Vince McMahon cashed in on controversy too. Right. I get that. Everybody did. But controversy creates cash was a phrase that Eric Bischoff specifically said multiple times. He said that before Vince ever did. So, once again, I have no unearthly idea, but I think that Eric Bischoff in the NWA or Eric Bischoff in Impact Wrestling, he ain't even got to be on TV. He ain't even got to be on the screen. Just involved in the company. Even if it's just a little bit of storyline, a little bit of this, a little bit of this, a little bit some of that backhand business shit to get better sponsorship, to get better marketing, to get better everything. The NWA could have easily been the number 2 product if it wasn't for Billy Corgan being so stubborn, saying, "Well, television's not the drawing market it used to be." It's not, but there's still a hell of a competition out there that you are refusing to cash in on because you are too stubborn to go after a TV deal. Is YouTube paying you are you making enough money off of YouTube for that? Probably not. You could get better marketing money off of the rights. And I get it. He don't really need the money. So he probably doesn't care. I don't think he wants the money. He could, in reality, he could just be using the NWA as a damn tax write-off. He could be doing what all these indie promoters are doing down here in the South, or all these indie promoters around the world are doing, and using it as a tax write-off. Man, wait a minute. Do other countries in the world even have taxes? That's probably a question for another time. But I digress. Nobody needs or wants Russo. I'd be okay with, Impact or NWA, either one of them using him. I would hope to see a lot of things change if that happened. I want to see Impact and NWA on a decent television channel and with a decent time slot, because I really do think that they could hit the ratings pretty good. Either one of them. Impact's on Thursday now, right? But it's a very obscure television channel. I feel like I've said time and time again, better television network would give them more money. Dude, even a local channel might be the thing. An ABC or an NBC or something like that. Even a local affiliate would probably do them pretty good. Thursday nights on NBC is known to be must see TV or some shit, right? So go to a different network. But then you got the problem now with Thursday night football. You got all these other things that are out there that people could watch that could really change the way that viewership's going to be tabulated, because there's so much stuff out there to watch. There's like right now, all you folks watching here, there's a million things out there y'all could be doing. Y'all could be watching something else. I'm blessed to have you here with me, and I'm grateful you're here. But it's one of those things where people got to know where you're at, what you're doing, and how you're conducting it. Because if you're not doing any of those three things right, you're probably pissing in the wind. Um, if you want to find an example of people pissing in the wind, just randomly watch Facebook and you'll see a couple of podcasts show up about wrestling or whatever, and they don't make sense, and they talk out of their asses because they got little to no experience in the business, and they just kind of ramble on, and then they counteract each other and contradict each other and contradict themselves. When you contradict yourself on a shit show, you just get really lost. I don't get it. But I'm just one of those people where I'm gonna tell you what's on my mind. I'm gonna tell you how I feel about it, and we're gonna have a good time talking anyway. But AEW this week was not a terrible show. I watched it and didn't mind it. I think it was a. I really do try to get into it. Now, Friday night, I fell asleep watching that mess. After SmackDown went off air, I'm sitting there, flip through and looking at AEW Rampage, and I'm like, oh, okay, so we got. I was gone. I was gone. It was done. It was over. I woke up about 4 o'clock in the morning, like, what the hell did I? What did I miss? I didn't even go back and watch the shit on DVR because I'm like, if it didn't hold my attention for more than 10 minutes, and I wasn't tired, I don't ever sleep. I never sleep. So the fact that I slept watching TV is beyond me. I average like 3 hours of sleep a night, realistically. Three, maybe four tops. That's my average night. So this is insanity to me because I was like, I was gone. I got damn near 6 on that occasion. I was like, hey, that's a new world record right there. Ugh. These people are crazy, dude. Crazy. I don't understand the hype. I don't get the calamity and the catastrophe that goes through it. Why can't you have something just make sense? I'm not talking about taking back the Jim Cornette era, okay? I don't need good versus evil, heel versus fat. I don't need that on everything. It ain't got to be that basic. But to make your storyline so convoluted and not make sense just kills me. It just kills me. It kills me. It kills the product in my book. But what do I know? I'm just a podcasting asshole that makes money, working wrestling shows. That's all I am. That's all I am. I'm not. I'm not. Oh wait. Okay. So I'm not really a writer. I'm not really a producer. I'm not really anything. I'm just an asshole that makes money at wrestling. I don't lose money on my side hustle. So here's what I'm trying to articulate to you. If somebody in the business can't understand your business, then we ain't in the same thing. We ain't into the same thing, and we ain't making the same thing. For all those that are out there that say that, oh, AEW is turning profits left and right, show me. Show me the figures. Are they making money off the video game, or are they losing money off the video game? I don't know yet. I haven't figured that out yet. I have been informed and seen the numbers that they were running in the red because of the video game, as well as other things because their crowd attendance was down. Okay, fair enough. But we've got a whole bunch of other rumors coming in. The WWE is looking at hiring New Japan Pro Wrestling's Hikuleo. Somebody is going to have to help me present that. But that's so. Last night the other night they announced that Jay White has challenged this man to a loser leaves Japan match with a date that has not been announced yet. That dude's contract is coming up. Now let's get it a little bit more difference. He's not part of the Samoan dynasty because he's not an Hanoi. But you know what he is? His dad is Haku. So there's still that Samoan heritage there. He may not be direct bloodline, but in my estimation, that's still part of that dynasty of characters that come out of there. Sabu, Fatu, Haku. There's a great many of fantastic workers that come out of that joint that came from the Isle of Samoa. And I'm gonna tell you one thing: this dude at 6'9" is a monster. I bet you any amount of money they're like, you let us know when your contract's done, we'll draw up the paperwork and let you know. And it's gonna be a done deal. If they want him, they're gonna sign him and they're gonna give him the most money. And for all the people out there who are like, oh well, money isn't everything, creative freedom. Dude, I hate to break it to you. I want to know how great your creative freedom was when you can't walk at 50 for doing this. Was your creative freedom worth it? Was that paycheck you got worth that? To be a crippled person, unable to walk and unable to function regularly, concussed out of your mind like Chris Benoit, walking around slurring like Mike Tyson or Muhammad Ali from too many concussions, too many blows to the head, brain damage. Oh yeah, your creative freedom was worth so much more than you artist. It was worth so much more than the money you would have got working at a little bit safer place. Even though this ain't ballet, I first to admit it, this ain't ballet. I've seen it. I've seen it firsthand. I've picked up teeth and razor blades and wiped up blood and helped ice people down and everything else. Been there, done that. Don't care. Your creative freedom versus the amount of money somebody's willing to pay you. If that's what it is for you, if that's what tickles your pickle, then go with God on that. But I'm going to tell you this: for me, for my body, for my money, for all that, for my life, I'm going to the bank. That's it. I'm going to the bank. You can forget the dumb shit. Oh, well, they're going to have me lose. It's predetermined, dick. You're going to get paid either way, prick. Please think logically about it. I don't understand how people don't get it. All right. Let me break it down to you. You got to pick a local popular indie wrestler in your area, wherever you are in this world. Pick that guy. Okay, so you got your guy, right? You got your guy. Cool. You got your guy. Now, he's going to travel 200 fucking miles and go to a different town in a different city, state, and all that shit. People may have heard of him, but they don't really know of him. He just got paid to travel to lose to some local ding dong who's probably not that good. He got brought into the territory to put your champion over. That makes your champion look better, which raises more money and raises his stock. It doesn't hurt the guy who traveled 3 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours to get there to lose. It doesn't hurt him. He doesn't give a shit. He got paid. Plus transit, possibly a hotel with and meal to do all this for you. Why? Because it's a smart decision. The more popular these wrestlers get, especially in the indie scene, like in our area, and the further they travel, the more they're going to lose. But the more money they're making because they're traveling X, Y, and Z a distance to go lose to somebody. They're going up there. They're going out there to do the job that was told to them. That's like me. If I'm an announcer, guess what I'm going to do? Go write down your information. If you tell me something fucking crazy, I'm going to go ask the promoter or the producer, hey, man, is this approved or not approved? Oh, that's not approved? Cool. I ain't going to say it then. Fuck that guy. I don't care about his shit. I care about what the guy that's paying me want me to do. Oh, and if I'm your cameraman, hey, man, all right, so look, Rear camera right here, zoomed in. Take a look. Go look at the camera. Go make sure you approve that shot. I want that shot approved before I hit the record button. You don't like it, I got to change it now before showtime. Oh, you approve. Hit the record button. Now, when I'm doing roaming camera and I've got the camera in my hand and I'm walking with it, that's a whole nother ball game. I got to be in the right place at the right time. I got to follow the action the right way. I've got to capture those images overall. Or I got to try to capture most of them so you can fill them in with the hard cam footage from the back. As long as you provide whatever the person that's paying you to do, you good. That's what it comes down to. Wrestling is a business. I don't care what anybody says. This is the greatest show on earth. It's the most convoluted. It's the most out of control, chaotic shit that there ever was. It's entertaining. That's what it is. People don't do this because of at least on the indie scene. You don't do this for a paycheck. You do this because you love it. But it's a business nonetheless. In the pros, that's what you're paid to do. You do what you're paid to do on that level. And people got to respect that. So when people are saying about this cat, the son of Haku and what he's going to do, he's a Tonga. That dude's a Tonga, man. Could you imagine you get Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa? Haku, dude. Them two versus the Usos? Pay me. I want to see that. I want to see that. 4 Samoan badasses beating the absolute brakes off each other. I would be so into that. And people are just like, oh, it's so new. It's so new. We don't know. Oh, is Jeff Hardy. Let's talk about Jeff Hardy. Is he done with pro wrestling? How's he not in jail? Shouldn't he be in jail? Like, in that shit he did a felony? Or is it or is that like one of those non-violent crime things where, oh, because it wasn't a violent crime and nobody got help, or victimless crime. Because it's a victimless crime, there's no jail time or something. It's just fines and shit. Is that how that works? I don't know the laws, because guess what? I'm not a fucking lawyer. I should have been a lawyer. Definitely should have gone to school to be a lawyer instead of fucking around and doing what I did. But, there that is. That may be what I do. I might just go to law school. Sarcasm. At any rate, looking at it like this, guys, when you've got the ability to make money hand over fist the way that the Hardys do, and you continually piss away your opportunities, oh, wait, didn't we have this conversation before where, damn, I think WWE was doing a great job of keeping Jeff straight, and they were doing a really good job of taking care of him. And it sucks that they're going to and I wonder if somebody said something along the lines of, golly gee, I think he's going to fuck up again once he goes. Well, and that's not to say he wouldn't have done it while he was with the E. That's not to say he wouldn't have messed up again while he was with the WWE. But I'm saying, Jeff Hardy in the E didn't make this mistake this time. Jeff Hardy in AEW made this mistake this time. Are they two different things? Possibly. Probably. I think that the WWE had a whole lot tighter leash on Mr. Hardy. And for the amount of money his contracts are, the fact that they don't pay somebody 50 grand or 60 grand a year to drive him everywhere, like never let him drive a car again, is stupid. Stupid. Better than that. If your family's so important to you and they're the ones that keep you sane and keep you happy and make you healthy and all that, great. Bus. Get a bus and a bus driver, and your family travels with you. You can't mess up and be stupid when you've got them with you. You're on the road 24/7. Your family's with you. the kids still got to do school shit, so the kids can do school stuff. They have this wonderful thing called remote learning, or was it homeschooling? Homeschooling is the proper term. I'd love for them to call it remote learning because I realistically, if I could afford it, I would definitely take my kids out of school. No bullshit. The school system is so stupid these days. I got no use for this. I'd rather than be taught by a computer than I would go to the building. But then again, that's me with work too. I'd rather not go to an office every day. I'd much rather look at how comfy this is. I'd rather work from right here than I would anywhere else on this planet. I'd rather work here. Or I'd rather go, get my suit and go do the thing in the ring. I'd rather do that too. But I digress. Jeff Hardy done with pro wrestling, it's possible, man. It is way possible that he could be completely done. They may never let him come back. You hope he can clear it up, and you hope he can come back and do his thing, because there was big plans supposedly for them, for him and his brother to do stuff together. And look at Matt. Matt's not doing much of nothing. Why does it always seem like, it just seems weird to me? Matt can't do anything unless Jeff's there, and then when Jeff leaves, Matt gets the spot or gets the chance, and then that's it. It's so weird. Didn't that happen in Impact? Like, Matt was there and Jeff was there and they did their thing, and then Jeff got big, and then Jeff fucked up, and then Matt got big and stayed up top for a little bit. Didn't that happen? I think that happened. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. And then, oh wait, didn't that happen in WWE when they let him, when they suspended him? Yep, it happened there too. And then, it's happening in AEW as well. So everywhere they go, the same thing happens. Coincidence? I think not. I like Matt Hardy. I believe Matt Hardy to be a very good professional wrestler. He's not a draw without his brother, Jeff. Jeff and Matt as a team are a big draw. Matt on his own is not a big draw at all. Jeff on his own is a pretty big draw, or was. Now I could give a shit less. Back in the 90s, 2000s, yeah, man. Jeff on the marquee, cool. That's going to be good. After that, pretty much after the summer of Punk shit, nah. I haven't. Jeff will never, ever be as big as he was then, in my opinion. In my opinion, Jeff Hardy will never be as popular as he was working with CM Punk. That's it. Because Jeff could work, and so could Punk. So I think that point was like their best run. His best, definitely Jeff Hardy's best run was during that era. From that point where he challenged The Undertaker, then there was this weird gap. Then after that, he was rocket ship, man. It was good. Wasn't nothing wrong with that. All about it. But, shoo. What else do we got, man? Anybody got anything else to bring to me? Because Vince McMahon cashed in on controversy. Yeah, I know. Vince can cash in on anything. Vince cashed in on 9/11. Vince cashed in on everything. Let's be real. If it doesn't make dollars, it doesn't make sense, right? So if it doesn't make sense, why are you doing it? That's wrestling. That's wrestling business. There's so many variables out there. There's so many different things that you could do to make money. You got to find your niche. You got to find your market. You got to find what's going to make you the most money. Case in point. Case in point. Local indie shows, right? Man, some of them do concerts and stuff. They make money because they got concerts and wrestling. It's a combined effort. Then you got these other ones. They got this off the wall style of wrestling. They draw because they offer something that nobody else is offering. It's a different style. It's a different product. And they have their niche markets that constantly pay them. Same when it goes to WWE. WWE has got the family market covered because everybody wants to see it. The kids, little Johnny and little Susie, they want to go. They want to go cheer and boo their favorites and hateds and all that as much as they can. And mommy and daddy are going to shell out the bucks to take them. Well, then you got the teenage and 20 crowd that wants to go see it. They're going to have to go buy a ticket to AEW because they want to go see that product because it's edgier and it's cooler because they say fuck on TV or shit on TV randomly. Oh, okay. I mean, I'm from the South Park era where that was edgy and cool. I mean, I grew up in the Beavis and Butthead era too, where they were doing all that shit. And so it's like, yeah, I get it. I cuss a lot. My show's kind of out there, but that's me as a person. I go spend your life around, the military and freaking farmers and watermen and shit like that, and you're gonna come out a little too. That's just kind of how it goes. Or go spend your time in the wrestling business and go sit backstage and see how clean and concise the conversations are. Because unless you're talking to a couple of the saved brothers, everybody else is out there, Jack. We're all bad shit crazy. They're all bad shit crazy. But guess what, man? Some of the best conversations and best people I've ever met on God's green earth at wrestling shows. You wouldn't think it. Break bread with them, smoke cigar with them, drink some drinks with them. Man, have a great time. People in this business are all about growth and development. And the people that aren't about growing and developing are the ones that don't normally stick around. They'll flounder a bit and then they'll get pissy because they're not getting bookings. And then they'll just disappear. And then I don't never want to hear people talk about untrained and unsafe workers. One, there are far too many wrestling schools, even on the local level, that go all the way up to the major markets. Because do me a solid, do me a favor. I want you to really think about what I'm getting ready to say to you. If you tell me that George South, Lodi, who's that dude in Greenville? I can't remember that guy, or some of these other schools in the area, Bobby Fulton, School of Morton. I want y'all to tell me honestly that them freaking guys right there don't have contacts at the E or the A or Impact or NWA. I want you to tell me with a straight face that they don't have contacts there because I'm going to call you a liar. And I will call you a liar to your face and laugh at you while I do it. Because all those guys have that ability to make that phone call and say, "Hey man, you might want to watch this guy in a couple of years. You may want to get that. You may want to get in on that." Because everybody that's saying, "Oh well, they're just local indie trainers." No. They're local indie brokers. They're getting you into the business now because they want you to see how it is on this level and earn your way up. The WWE pulled a ban on hiring indie talent. And that's occurred within the last 10 business days, if I'm not mistaken. So you mean to tell me that Gabe Sapolsky isn't giving a little ringy ring to some of these locals? Bullshit. Absolute bullshit. I don't want to hear that. You're full of crap. I guarantee you that the guy who knew how to pull talent for Ring of Honor knows how to find talent everywhere. I'm willing to bet Booker T. Oh wait, God, case in point, Booker T. Still on the E, runs a wrestling school, and one of his girls that trained under him just got the NXT women's title. but I'm the idiot. Okay, yeah, I'm the indie nut job. I don't know anything. Oh, can we try it some more? Shawn Michaels school. Oh yeah, hi Daniel Bryan. Oh, Brian Danielson. Pardon me. Ah, the list goes on. So if you think that even the guys here, just because they're locals, doesn't mean they aren't connected. Bobby Fulton still travels with the NWA from time to time. George South still works with GCW. And all that shit is still tied together with Impact and NWA. They still got connections. There's gaps or there's bridges for those gaps. Okay? There is bridges that connect the dots from one to the other to the other to the other. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that my stuff is watched by anybody because it's probably not. And I don't care either way. I'm happy doing what I'm doing. If you're not happy with what you're doing, go change it. That's on you. I refuse to be unhappy with anything I'm doing. It doesn't matter whether it's here, 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 or here. If I'm not happy, you won't see me. And even if I'm unhappy, if there's enough money involved, you may still see me. Because in the end, it's a business. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Wrestling Wire. We didn't do our normal recap thing today. I kind of felt like just winging it and bullshitting today. And it was much more fun. I had a great time chatting with the audience. I want to thank everybody who chimed in. Majestic, Ray Cole, Kylan Disney, Cheryl, Shane, Markeen, Luke, Brino, Bobby, man, I want to thank all y'all. Michelle, everybody for chiming in. I greatly appreciate all of you for chiming in and saying what you had to say. This episode will be available shortly on all your favorite podcast networks. So if you don't want to watch it here on Facebook where you can't click off of it and go do something else, or YouTube where you can't click off the page and go do something else, you can download the shit so you can hear it there and play it in your car while you're driving, flipping through Facebook, scrolling through Instagram, sending a TikTok and shooting out a tweet all at the same time as you're listening to me tell you what I think about pro wrestling. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been real. It's been fun. And hell yeah, it's been real fun. Thank you all. And I will see you next time. Thursday night. Don't miss it. 8 p.m. New guest co host with me. And I'm still working on a guest. I ain't heard back from my guy. I'm going to have to check in on him. But anyway, we will see you next time. It's been real. It's been fun. Hell yeah, it's been real fun. Thus proclaimed. You know.